Well, good morning. My name is Mr. Bennett, and this is business management slash entrepreneurship. And I'm going to get started today by talking about the first section of the first chapter, all about entrepreneurship. Chapter 1, pages 4 and 5. Some of the goals or objectives for this particular chapter define entrepreneurship. Recognize the role entrepreneurship or entrepreneurs play in the U.S. economy, and examine the reasons that businesses succeed or fail. Some of the terms: entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship, and employees. I'm on page 4, focusing on small business. Should you be your own boss? I'm so tired of someone telling me what to do all the time, Delia said to her friend Gloria. I know what you mean, Gloria answered, because I get the same thing. It seems like there should be some way we could be in charge, Delia said. There's got to be a better way. I've got an idea, Gloria said. Let's be entrepreneurs. What? Questioned Delia. Entrepreneurs, Gloria answered. Mr. Rivera talked about them in our business class last week, and they're people who start and run their own business. We could do that. Well, what would we have to do? Would we make a lot of money? Would it be fun? Would we get to do whatever we wanted? Delia's mind was overflowing with questions. Gloria was getting very excited as she replied, we could be our own bosses. If we were the owners, we would be in charge. We would get to make all the decisions. This is starting to sound pretty good, Delia replied as she began to share Gloria's excitement. We could decide when we work, what we do, how we do it, and we can make lots of money. I can't wait. When do we start? Remember that the driving force behind the U.S. economy is small business, and small businesses start out with an idea. Someone has a certain skill set. They have certain things that they're good at, and if they can find that particular market and they can use that skill set, the whole idea of capitalism and making money, it's a very strong part of the American experience, American opportunity, and I think that there's a lot of you out there that could run small businesses, but you have to have an idea on where to start. And some of the things that we're going to talk about in this course is about this idea of entrepreneurship and this idea of starting your own business. I'm at the bottom of page 4. What is an entrepreneur? The U.S. economy includes thousands of small businesses. Many of these small businesses are owned and operated by men and women who created their own companies. Some of these individuals have become legends as you hear stories about their paths to success. But what makes someone an entrepreneur? What impact have entrepreneurs had in history? What impact do they have today? You know, when I think about entrepreneurs of today, I think about people like Jeff Bezos of Amazon, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, the guys that started Google, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Obviously, you still think about Steve Jobs, even though he's been deceased almost 10 years now. Bill Gates from Microsoft. The guy that started Netflix, Reed Hastings. These are entrepreneurs, and so many of them are responsible for the tremendous technological advances in our society. But we're going to talk about entrepreneurs throughout this course, and it's a very interesting part of the course. People who own, operate, and take the risk of a business venture are called entrepreneurs, and they are engaged in entrepreneurship, the process of running a business of one's own. Entrepreneurs come from all types of backgrounds and create all kinds of businesses. People of all ages choose to become entrepreneurs. Some own tiny craft shops, while others own huge construction companies. Entrepreneurs try to identify unmet needs in the marketplace. Then they provide a service or a product to meet those needs. When they succeed, the their businesses flourish and profits are earned. But if their business idea is unsuccessful, they may lose the money invested in the business. I'm on page 5, employees versus entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs assume risk. This makes them different from employees, who are people who work for someone else. Both may make decisions, but only the entrepreneur is directly affected by the consequences of those decisions. Sam Jones manages a record store owned by Felipe Santiago. Sam decides to keep the store open until midnight during the week. If the additional hours bring in customers and increase profits, Sam may be praised by Felipe. He may even get a raise. However, Sam won't directly receive any of the profits because he is an employee. The additional earnings will flow to Felipe, the owner. Again, I'm on page 5. Why do people become entrepreneurs? People go into business for themselves for many reasons. Some want to leave the fast-paced corporate environment and set their own schedules. Others want to be at home, still earn an income. Still others want to pursue a personal dream. You might choose to become an entrepreneur for completely different reasons. Bottom of page 5, types of entrepreneurial businesses. There are generally 4 types of businesses, and there are opportunities for entrepreneurs in each type. Make sure you look at the chart on page 6. Manufacturing businesses actually produce the products that they sell. Using resources and supplies, they create everything from automobiles to paper. Wholesaling businesses sell products to other businesses rather than the final consumer. So when you think of a manufacturing business, from my standpoint, a local manufacturing business might be Carpenter Technology or Deca Battery. Wholesaling businesses, one that comes to mind right away is Sam's Club. Okay, BJ's or Sam's Club, they sell businesses, or they sell products to people that resell them. Okay, so for example, a wholesaler supplies you local greeting card stores with items such as cards and wrapping paper. Retailing businesses such as a greeting card store sell products directly to those who use or consume them. When I think of a retailer, I think a lot of like clothing businesses like Express or Old Navy. Target and Walmart are actually retailers. Service businesses sell services rather than products. They include hotels, hairdressers, and repair shops. When I think of a service business, I think of companies like FedEx or UPS. They don't necessarily own the packages, they just provide the service, the delivery service. Other business areas, page 5, bottom of page 5. 2 other categories of business are 1, agricultural and mining, and extracting businesses. Agricultural businesses, obviously, people's family farms. There's all kinds of examples of that. Mining and extracting businesses. Agricultural businesses generate fresh produce and other farm products such as wheat. Mining and extracting businesses take resources like coal out of the ground that they can be consumed. We'll continue with page 6 on recognizing opportunity in the next segment.